Let's be honest for a moment about a cruelly ironic psychological phenomenon: angry crying. You are trembling with rage. Your mind is crystal clear, armed with razor-sharp arguments to rebut, to draw a hard line. But ironically, in the exact moment you need to be strongest, your body betrays you, your throat constricts, your eyes sting, and the tears just spill out. It is a feeling of absolute powerlessness, not because of sadness, but because you are experiencing a reaction of sheer frustration. The person opposite you doesn't see the fire of conviction burning inside you. They only see the tears. And their attitude shifts instantly. From confrontation to pity, they lower their voice, looking at you as if you were a poor child. Hush now. Calm down. What's there to cry about? That comfort is actually the cruelest thing. It strips away all the weight and validity of your words. In a split second, you are transformed from a fighter for justice into a weakling in need of soothing. That helplessness is not just shame, it is a profound loneliness because no one understands you. But let me tell you a truth to end this torment. You are not weak, and you are not broken. This phenomenon is called emotional flooding. It is not a malfunction. It is a safety fuse, helping your brain avoid short-circuiting under immense pressure. Welcome back to ReThink. Today, we will stop the shame and vindicate these tears, and make sure you watch until the end, because I will hand you 3 biological tools to help you turn the tables the moment the first tear falls. To help you understand what is truly happening inside you, we will peel back 3 layers of the problem. First is your brain's hardware. Next is the biological mechanism behind the tears. And finally, the psychological trap that society inadvertently sets. Let's start with layer 1. The difference in your nervous system. People often use flowery names like highly sensitive person, HSP, or the Orchid gene. It sounds poetic, but the reality of the experience is incredibly stark. It means you were born missing the nervous system's filter. According to the famous biological hypothesis by Dr. Thomas Boyce, University of California, and Bruce Ellis, those carrying this Orchid gene, a minority estimated to make up only about 15 to 20% of the world's population, have a significantly stronger physiological response to stress compared to the average group. Brain imaging studies, fMRI, also confirm that your insula is more active, forcing you to process information at a deeper and more intense level than anyone else. If the majority of people, the dandelion group, possess a natural shield that helps them filter out superfluous stimuli, your nervous system is completely laid bare to the world. You receive everything at its highest, rawest intensity. In an argument, this difference is brutal. When others only hear simple shouting, you are attacked by a storm. You see through every micro-twitch on their facial muscles. You smell the danger in the shift of their tone, and you feel the atmospheric pressure weighing heavily on your skin. While others' brains process a single stream of information, your mind has to strain to shoulder tons of raw emotional data all at once. And when that torrent hits too fast and too furiously, your system suffers thermal overload. To protect you from a total meltdown, it is forced to trip the circuit breaker and activate emergency protocols. Picture it like a computer suddenly shutting down when the cooling fan screams in desperation, no longer able to cool the red-hot CPU. To be precise, here is what takes place inside your circuit board the very moment the fuse is lit. Visualize this paradoxical image. Internally, you are a violently erupting volcano, ready to incinerate everything in your path with logic and fury. But externally, your brain decides to turn you into a water fountain. Why does this ironic clash between fire and water exist? When anger explodes, your body slams the accelerator to the floor, pushing heart rate and adrenaline to the absolute limit to fight. You are literally heating up, but right at that peak, your hypersensitive brain detects a critical danger. The temperature is too high. If we don't cool down, the system will short-circuit. Therefore, it is forced to execute a spectacular biological swerve. It activates the emergency fire suppression system, dousing the engine to cool it immediately, regardless of your desire to charge forward. And the tears spill out. Please do not be mistaken. These are not tears of sentimentality. These are functional tears. According to the pioneering research of Dr. Charles William H. Frey, the second director of the Alzheimer's Research Center at Regents Hospital, those emotional teardrops are loaded with leu-enkephalin, a natural painkiller. His study on thousands of people revealed a staggering statistic. 85% of women and 73% of men confirmed they felt relieved after crying. This is the proof that the body is actively flushing out stress toxins to save itself. Etch this into your mind. You are not crying to surrender. You are crying to release pressure, so your head doesn't explode. You cry. Precisely, so you can stand firm and continue this fight. Let me illustrate the irony between biology and society with a scenario you might have seen in shows like Suits or The Morning Show. Imagine you are Sarah, standing in a high-rise glass conference room in Manhattan. You are in a heated debate over next quarter's strategy. You have mastered the data. You are full of fire. And you are backing your opponent into a corner with razor-sharp logic. But the immense pressure causes your relief valve to pop open. Tears begin to roll down. In that instant, your opponent, let's call him Mark, immediately shifts his demeanor. Mark stops arguing, lowers his voice to a warm yet patronizing bass, and slides a box of tissues toward you. Whoa, Sarah. Calm down. It's just business. There's no need to get so emotional. Shall we take 5? Mark thinks he is acting like a gentleman, but in reality, he has just inadvertently stripped you of your weapon. This is the loop of helplessness. When Mark offers the tissue, he no longer views you as an equal adversary debating the data. He has demoted you to a girl in need of soothing. That misplaced comfort makes you feel profoundly invalidated. Your brain screams, "It's over. All my sharp logic has just been nullified." Now he no longer hears the intellect, he only sees the tears. And that frustration causes the amygdala to squeeze the valve even tighter, making you cry harder in sheer helplessness. You cannot change this biological hardware. It is your nature. But you can absolutely install a language patch to shred that social script immediately. The ultimate goal is not to force yourself to stop crying, but to continue operating right in the eye of the storm. To be honest with you, I have had to lurk in many international psychology forums to distill these 3 tips. Knowledge is infinite, and I could be wrong. So if you see any inaccuracies, please feel free to comment and point them out to me. But for now, equip yourself with these 3 intervention protocols immediately to regain control of the chessboard. First, use the speak the truth method. Don't lower your head or try to hide it. Look the other person in the eye and simply say this: "I'm crying because I'm angry, not because I'm sad." Don't worry. Keep going. Just this one sentence is enough. It saves you from awkwardness and helps the other person understand that you are not weak. You are still listening and still want to solve the problem. Next is the body hack. If you want to cut the crying short, try looking up at the ceiling and drinking a sip of cold water. Why cold water? Because the sudden cold will soothe your heart rate very quickly. It acts like a signal telling the brain that everything is fine, helping you calm down much faster than just trying to reassure yourself. Finally, the mental math trick. When you cry from anger, the emotional part of your brain is seizing control. Seize back control by doing a simple calculation in your head. For instance, take 100 minus 7, then minus 7 again. It sounds funny, but our brains find it very difficult to wail and do math at the same time. This action forces the brain to switch channels from emotion to logic, helping you cut through the emotional surge instantly. Finally, I want to send you a virtual hug. Do not be ashamed of those tears. In an increasingly cold world, the fact that you react so intensely to injustice proves that you care deeply. That is passion. That is sincerity. It is absolutely not weakness. So, next time, let the tears fall if they must. Just as long as you do not stop, do not let the tears drown out your voice. If you see yourself in this story, please share below so that we, the Angry Criers Club, know that we are not alone. I am Dustin, and this is ReThink.